I wanted to open this story with a disclaimer. The story is somewhat graphic in nature as it does depict some of the intricacies of a gruesome attack. So if that's something that is triggering for you, please do not listen to the remainder of the story. Imagine it's 5:30 in the morning and you're on your daily walk. The sun is just peeking over the horizon. It's a day like any other day. But on this particular day, a gruesome attack takes the life of a 77-year-old woman, Brenda Hamilton. It's been over 3 years since a 77-year-old school teacher was mauled to death by an unknown animal in coastal North Carolina. The case is still unsolved. School teacher Brenda Hamilton, 77 years old, was attacked while walking her dogs in Beaufort County. To this day, deputies, law enforcement have not found out what exactly is to blame for her death. Authorities have speculated that it could have been a coyote, wolves, or even wild dogs. DNA evidence has only been able to conclude that the attacker was canine in nature. Brenda Hamilton was attacked on her morning stroll that she did every day around 5:30 in the morning. The attack took place on February 15th. A family in the area told investigators that they were awakened by their dogs barking by the road. And they went out to investigate to find Brenda Hamilton lying in a ditch submerged up to her shoulders. EMS personnel arrived to find Hamilton suffering from catastrophic injuries to both arms, both legs, and her scalp. A considerable amount of blood was also found on the road, leading investigators to where Hamilton was found in the ditch. The two dogs found near Hamilton were examined about a half an hour after the attack by deputies and animal control officers. The dogs displayed no signs of aggression. The department took 14 DNA samples from pet dogs in the area, but were not able to locate a match. After the completion of all testing and a review of the scientific and circumstantial evidence in this case, authorities were unable to make a definitive determination as to what type of canine attacked Brenda Hamilton. The evidence collected from the scene and Hamilton's body were subjected to extensive DNA testing at Western Carolina University's Biology and Forensic Science program. The only definitive matches from that testing were from two mixed breed dogs that often accompanied Hamilton on her walks. The Beaufort County Dangerous Dog Committee said that the dogs were not dangerous after a 10-day quarantine. Because Hamilton was found partially submerged in water and on the side of the road, investigators speculate that some of the DNA evidence may have been lost. Quote, after completion of all testing and a review of the scientific and circumstantial evidence in this case, we are unable to make a definitive determination as to what type of canine attacked Brenda Hamilton. Parallel to the investigation, public speculation has placed responsibility for the death on a variety of different creatures: red wolves, red wolf coyote hybrids, coyotes, bears, cougars, other domestic dogs. Every possibility that you can think of has been discussed in various public forums, from social media and, of course, the local public who were familiar with Brenda. We've gone almost 4 years with no answers, no definitive answers. And the public and Brenda's family, of course, want answers. So there is currently a petition on change.org that the case be reopened and additional DNA testing be done to try to find out what happened to the poor woman. Quote, there is a concern in the community that because this attack was from unknown sources, that it could happen again. Commissioner Hood Richardson told WITN, as a matter of public safety, we need to bring this mystery to some kind of conclusion. Rumors are spreading on social media of what might be lurking in the woods. The county commission had already gotten input from the state's Wildlife Resources Commission, U.S. Fish and Wildlife, and Western Carolina University, reported the Washington Times on July 11th. Western Carolina science teacher Maureen Hickman told commissioners, the animal may have been the hybrid offspring of a dog and a coyote or a dog and a wolf. Hamilton was a wife and a mother and had been a teacher for 51 years. Almost 4 years later, there are still no answers, no definitive answers in the death of Brenda Hamilton. One can only speculate what happened in this case. It's an unfortunate incident, and the fact that her body was submerged in water makes it difficult to extract any additional DNA samples. From the evidence presented, it doesn't appear that Brenda's dogs were responsible for the attack. But could it have been other dogs in the area? Could it have been some other canine creature that is unknown to us? I can only speculate. I'm curious to hear your thoughts, as there have been multiple attacks on people with undefined results, other than the comment of canine like DNA. Leave your thoughts in the comments below.